Freedom and beauty to everyone, I am the Technomage and welcome back to Manganime News. Now this one is going to be a longer video. Sometimes I say this is going to be a short one and it ends up not being a short video. Now this one is going to be a little bit longer. So let's get to it. So first of all, as usual, the table of contents for the weekly Shonen Jump issue number 16 of this year, courtesy of Shonen Jump News. Remember to follow them on Twitter. So, Ishinoseki went down to position number 9 after having a rather good last 2 weeks, managing to stay being the only series of the 6 new series of the Shonen Jump to be out of the danger zone. Because look at here, Fabrican 100, Ishigoki, Ginkan Ryuna, Tokyo Demon Bright Story, and Cypher Academy. And wow, Cypher Academy took a dive, because last week Cypher Academy was kind of in the upper part of the danger zone and now he's at the bottom, and it's understandable taking into account that last week's chapter was really convoluted. It was a very complicated chapter with the puzzles and ciphers that the characters had to solve that were presented on that chapter were very complicated, and they were a lot. So I can understand the Japanese readers felt very disconnected from that chapter. And Mission Yosakura Family, and hey, look at that, Black Clover finally out from his hiatus or whatever, from being absent for a few weeks, and it returns in the danger zone as usual. Now the other series is Tokyo Demon Bright Story and Ginkan Ryuna are ending. They're rushed in, final arcs are almost done. Fabrican 100, it may save itself, I don't know. And Cypher Academy, I really hope it saves itself, because even though the series becomes very complicated and convoluted due to its ciphers and codes, it's still a very interesting story. I hope it survives. Now, the reason why Black Clover will have the leading color page, the color cover page for issue number 17 is because Black Clover will be celebrating its anniversary number 8 next week, and the Elusive Samurai is on anniversary as well to this week. That is why it's getting the lead color page. So congratulations to the Elusive Samurai and for Black Clover for next week. Now, a good news for Cypher Academy is that its first volume is getting a reprint, and that is a very good sign that even though it's not doing very well with the rankings, at least the series is selling volumes, and that's what really ends up selling the manga, what really keeps a manga series printing. So I hope this means that Cypher Academy will not be cancelled anytime soon, that at least that it won't be cancelled before it reaches 38 chapters like many other series. Speaking of which, Moebana, which is a series that I know it exists but I've never read, but I've seen it on the Shonen Jump Plus app when I go read my weekly manga. It will be ending in 2 weeks with chapter 28. And take into account that Moebana is a purely digital series. It's not being printed on paper like all the series on the table of contents. So even though it's purely digital, this series is getting cancelled as well. It's going to end in 2 weeks. And it's not the only one. This Dragon no Ko, I didn't know the series existed because it's not been translated to English. This one is not, and will be ending in 2 weeks with chapter 37. Wow, this one actually lasts a little bit longer. And Hyperinflation, which is another series that I didn't know that it existed because it is not being translated to English or Spanish on the app, but will be ending in 4 more chapters with chapter 58. Wow, this one lasted even longer than these two. But that goes to show us that Shueisha is cutthroat. It doesn't matter if you are printed on the paper magazine or if you are purely digital. If you don't have an audience, you are out. Well, but that won't happen to the Elusive Samurai, taking into account that it will be getting an anime series for this year, I think. Now, it will be revealing casting information next week on Anime Japan 2023. The series will be produced by Cloverworks and a special PV will be released on Sunday. Also, for next week's Manganime news, I will show the preview. It doesn't say when the series, this anime adaptation, will be released, but well, and it will then the series will be produced by Cloverworks. And what has Cloverworks done? And will you look at that? Promise Neverland, Darling in the Franxx, Spy Family, Horimiya, My Dress Up Darling, Wonder Egg Priority, Watching the Rock, bloody hell! The Elusive Samurai is in very, very good hands. Ooh, and Kunichi Tsubaki as well. Lovely. Oh, that series is going to have an amazing animation. Huh. Lucky you, the Elusive Samurai. Not everybody gets as lucky as you. And Cobra by Buichi Terasawa, a classic among classics. This one is a really old series, published by Weekly Shonen Jump from 1978 to 1984, will have its TV anime adaptation turned into a video game by French game company Microids, and qui est la entreprise de game vidéo, de jeux vidéo Microids. Well, I never heard of them, and apparently they have produced a game called Siberia the World Before. First Siberia, then the Siberia 3, so I guess in between there must be a Siberia 2, Siberia the World Before, and Motor Racer 4. They have some games, but I never heard of them before myself. So let's hope they make a good job with Cobra, because this is one hell of an IP. And to finish, at least with the Shonen Jump, Dr. Stone New World TV Anime new preview series starts broadcasting on April 6th, 20 of this year. So let's see. 時を待つんだ。そのありかはいただくぜ白夜。プラチナ。I suppose that's the opening. 世 And this is the story arc where they finally go out to the world, to the stone world, to search for more survivors and more evidence of what happened with the world, with the worldwide petrification. And let me tell you, this is a really good arc. I was following the original manga series and from beginning to end, and it's really good. I really recommend this season. Now, another series that will be getting a anime adaptation is Shaman King Flowers, the sequel series for Shaman King. Will be the main character is Hana Asakura, the son of Io Asakura and Anna, and he will be interacting with the children of the other of the shamans from the first series. And I don't know if you know, but in case you didn't know, Shaman King Flowers only lasted 29 chapters. Why? Because its magazine, the manga magazine that was printing this series, it closed, and the series got cancelled, and no other manga magazine picked up the series to continue its printing, so Shaman King Flowers just died. So if they are going to do a new series, it would be a really good idea. I mean, it would be nice if they were to actually end the series. Hey, wait a minute. The series adapts which began in weekly Shonen Jump in 1998 and then abruptly in 2004 with 32 volumes. Ah, no, that's Shaman King. 27 volume repeated issue of the manga ran in Jump HQ. I trying to refer to the series trending. Ah, no, this is Shaman King, the first series. And as I was saying, Shaman King Flowers, the sequel to Shaman King, ended abruptly because the magazine that was publishing it got cut. I mean, that magazine closed, and all the series that were printing on it had to end, just like that. And one of those series was Shaman King. So let's hope that Shaman King Flowers actually get a longer run. Now we have cast, and most of the cast is actually from the first series, Shaman King from the second adaptation of Shaman King from 2021. So Yoko Hikasa, who played Io Asakura, where are you? Oh, well, but look at this. She is Tio in Arifureta. She is the witch on Goblin Slayer. He's Emi on Hataraku Mao-sama. And it should be around here. Io Sakura. Why can't I find? Well, anyway. She will be voicing Hana Asakura, the protagonist of Shaman King Flowers. And Sumire Uesaka will be voicing Alumi Newbirch, who is she's a Patch, one of these Native Americans who organized the first, not the first, but the Shaman tournament from the first series. And she have also voiced, to get an idea of her voice, she is Nagatoro from Ichirenaide Nagatoro-san. Oh, that's lovely. Next is Shun Horie, who will be voicing Yohane Asakura, a cousin of Hana Asakura, who has also voiced Kazuya Kinoshita in Kanojo Okarishimasu. And he was this George Gluman, this creepy kid from Spy Family Part 2. Well, anyway, to end with this, Romi Park, who will be voicing Men Tao, who is Ren Tao's child with with the leader of the X-Loves, and she also voiced Tao Ren in the 2021 Shaman King adaptation. Oh, and she's also Hanji Soi in Shingeki no Kyojin. Oh, nice. Wow! This lady has one hell of a voice range. And to finish this video, finally, Fumetsu no Anatae to Your Eternity Season 2 will get, well, it just finished its second season and will get a third season really soon. So now they just revealed it will have a third season, which will be it will be on modern times. I'm not going to give you a lot of spoilers from season 2, but the season 2 ended with Fushi, the protagonist, finally fulfilling the mission that he was supposed to fulfill, and now he wakes up many centuries later in a world that looks a lot like nowadays modern times world. So that will be interesting. I mean, if you can see here on his hand, he has a drink in a modern day cup with a, well, you get what I mean. So I'm actually really, I'm expecting this third season, because Fumetsu no Anatae is a really good series, a really good story. It deserves a third season. And Tonikaku Kawaii, Over the Moon for You, will get season 2. They revealed the additional cast and their first promo, which I will not see because I don't really care too much about this series. I didn't saw it, and I'm not very good with teenage romances. And season 2 is set to broadcast on April 8th of this year at 1:05 a.m. Why so early? Well, anyway, you know what you're doing, Japan. And that will be the end of this video. This is the Technomage signing off. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.